All right, all you freedom-loving boys and girls, Mark out here on the West Stoop, running everything off of my phone. And it's been a minute since I've done a video. So we've had a bunch of people ask me some questions recently about some of our folding saw pouches, and I figured, why not? It's near the end of the day. I'll get to that. I'm actually going to do a second video after this, but why not? Let's get outside, let's do a quick little video, and let's talk about folding saw pouches again. So grab yourself an adult beverage, get a cancer stick or a cigar, whatever you do, strap in, here we go. Our folding saw pouches. I'm actually really proud of, well, I'm proud of all the gear we make. You know, again, a little plug, I know, but it's my video, I get to do it. You know, well, I really believe in our craftsmanship. You know, I mean, Cindy is a master of her trade. You know, every stitch that goes into it, we really think it through. The stitching itself and all the other material, it's, you know the deal. Mil spec, made in America, or Berry compliant, all right? There is no assembled in America here, right? You know, that logo is my synonym, you know, for made in America, actually all made in America. But it's not just a folding saw pouch, right? It's got to be more than that. It's got to be multifunctional, multidimensional, right? All of our gear. So, you know, on the back of the folding saw pouch, you know, is a scout sleeve, right? So it's MOLLE. You could wear it on your belt. You can mount it to another item, but that, or you could run this through your belt line and you could wear the smaller folding saw pouch in the small of your back if you so wanted to, right? But with that, also that sleeve in the back, it's really for putting, you know, some other type of item. And I'm going to show a couple different things that you could put back there. And I want to address some of the questions that have come up recently as well. So here's one. Well, what size, you know, axe can I put in here, right? So, you know, actually, let me just start up in the front. So inside of here, you know, what is this? This is a Gomboy, all right, little silky, right? Really nice little saw. This is the 210, all right? So that guy fits in here if you got any questions. You know, the Baco Laplander, the 180 Pro, and the Gomboy 210, they fit in here all day long. If you've got something that's a little bit larger and you want to fit in here, well, you've got this retention flap up on the top, and we give you extra room on the security part of it, you know, secured it in, so you can see, all right, so that's almost 2 inches right there of additional flap that comes up. Now, could it slide out to the side? Yeah, it could. If you've got a question like that, reach out to me. We just finished up one for a guy who wanted to use one of the saw pouches that was designed for one saw, but he wanted to be able to accommodate a couple different saws. We're not going to re-engineer the products, but I can redo this flap to make it fit for multiple items if that's what you desire. We can do it, but it requires you to reach out to me. Another one of the questions we get a lot of is, well, what size axe will fit in what pouch? Man, there's so many axes out there. I can't answer all those questions, right? I just don't simply know. Now, this is an H. Roselli here, and if you look at that swale, that's got a really big swale to it, right? You know, right here. This is a pretty meaty, robust axe handle, right? So this is the standard folding saw pouch. The saw is still inside of here, and that guy slides through no problem, right? So that's a pretty robust swale. If you got some questions though, you got to reach out to me, because again, or send me a picture or something like, hey, will this work? I don't even know what that thing is. Help me help you, right? So it's more than just a folding saw pouch, right? It's got a folding saw. Now you can carry it with a camp axe or some other type of item that you want in the back. And I mean, seriously, the damage you can do with an axe and a folding saw, if you know what you're up to out in the woods, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, all right, multifunctional. It can be worn and carried in multiple configurations, and it can carry a whole multitude of different objects. That's our standard folding saw pouch, you know, for the smaller size saws. You know, Baco Laplander, like I just said, the 180 and the 210 Gomboy. All right, then the next size up is our silky, or for the, we call the big boy, all right? And it's for a silky big boy. Now this right here, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love this saw. I mean, this is what has got me to fall in love with folding saws, and especially when they came out with these different scales. I don't know if they're really micarta, but it's pretty badass, right? So I love this saw. So medium size, this is the silky big boy. The differences between the big boy folding saw pouch, the buck saw pouch, and the big boy and the buck saw are almost the same, except it's a size length issue. Insert your own funny joke right there. But the regular folding saw is smaller, so there's not as much surface area, right? But basically what you got going on here is you got your main pouch for your saw. You've got MOLLE up on the front, and I'll show this on the buck saw where you can mount other items, right? So that gives you just even more capability, whether that's a first aid kit, whether that's a cleaning kit, whether that's additional parts or lickies and chewies, you know, whatever. On the back, Oh, and I got this one, sorry, I got this rigged up to stay out of the way. But these two saws, the buck saw and the big boy, come with a leg strap in case you want to wear this. If you wear this on your waist, you might want to have a leg strap down here to help keep everything static. Wrap it around the leg, you know, secure it in place. If not, you can just take this thing off and use it as a, just like a regular strap if you wanted to use it to wrap up a jacket or a poncho, something of that nature. You've got MOLLE in the back, same thing, so you can wear this as a belt, high or low. If you want to wear it on your waist, you can mount it to different items. And then, you know, you still got the same thing, you got that sleeve in the back. Now, this is one of the things I wanted to show off in this video based on some recent questions from a couple customers. You know who you are, and God bless you. That's awesome. Reaching out, that's how we solve things, that's how we learn, right? So somebody had the question like, well, I love the idea and I love the design, but if I fall over, I don't want my axe to fall out and smack me on the head. Well, I get that. Well, so, you know, you just got to think of different, you know, kind of your own ways, and just think of some ingenious ways to secure it. Because some people wanted me to make us like a lid that goes over this that helps secure it in place. Well, that's, again, you've seen some of my videos. It isn't just as easy. We'll just sew another piece of material there. There's a lot of other considerations. But the thing I would like to point out is just use your own imagination. Use some of the material that comes just even with this, like the packaging. I always use shock cord, you know, for my little hanging tag for each piece of gear. So what I just did here is I just took shock cord. You know, this is a sheath that comes with the well, not with this tomahawks. Matter of fact, and I apologize to the guy who makes these sheaths. I want to say, oh God, I'm not going to say it. If I look it up and remember, I'll put it in the comment section. But this normally comes like that, right? And that's how the sheath can go on the axe and hold it in place. Well, so just a creative idea is run that differently, and you could have done this with 550. You could have still had that there and then run another piece of shock cord or a piece of 550, but run that down through a piece of the MOLLE and then secure the MOLLE in place. And now look, right, it can still move a little bit, but it isn't going to fall out. And, well, I guess right there, you know, it could smack you in the head from a little bit of movement. Well, then tighten it up, and that's what it's all about, and make it so it doesn't move around. You could do that same thing with 550 cord S-beaners. I just kind of wanted to point that out, right? You don't even have to go through the MOLLE column like I did. You could have attached it right up here on the row. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you could do it. And I stupidly forgot to turn my phone into to vibrate when I was shooting this video. I have no idea if that just stopped the video. Oh no, we're still recording. I apologize, everybody. Got to have your checklist. I know everybody wants to make fun of the military, but I have a checklist, and I was in a hurry to get this out here, enjoy the last part of the day. Got a million other things going in my brain. I'll save that for the second video. And I didn't do the thing I always do, which is turn my phone to mute, right? But there it is. So that's a way you can secure your axe into there in the back. There's a multitude of different ways to do it. Just go ahead and do that. I mean, because I'm not going to redo this and make a whole nother pouch lid thing for it. I mean, if you wanted to, you know, if you really wanted to. Here, let's just see. And I haven't done this before, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see if I even know what I'm talking about, or if this is going to answer the question on a whole nother level. But if I put my axe in here, yeah, see, you'd have to have a much smaller axe, right? So that's just too long. This is a long hawk. But, you know, it would have definitely worked with my Roselli, or if I had a different saw in there, I could put that in there. You know, if this was my axe, now my axe head is sticking out. You see what I'm doing? I could have had that over the top. There's more than enough strappage up here where I could have connected it. So maybe you do that, but it's not how it's designed. The interior compartment is designed to hold saws. And on that note, let me just segue into this. So this is the big boy folding saw pouch, right? So I've got in the buck saw, it's the Agawa Canyon 21. Don't forget, or the Boreal 21. They make a Boreal 15. So if you like that type of saw, right? If you like these type of Agawa Canyon, they're pretty damn nice. Now I don't think I've ever really used this 15. I've used the 21 a bunch of times, but just to show you, and if you're curious, yes, the Agawa Canyon Boreal 15 fits perfectly inside of our big boy folding saw pouch. All right, and then last but not least, let's go over to the buck saw pouch, right? So again, kind of designed around the Boreal Canyon, the Agawa Canyon Boreal 21. That's what I got inside of here right now. Boreal 21 inside of there. That's what it's really designed about. I know there's some other saws out there. Again, I don't know all of them. But you just got to reach out and ask me, because maybe it'll fit. But if your dimensions are larger than the Agawa Canyon Boreal 21, then it won't fit. If it's smaller, well, then look at the the Silky Big Boy or something like that. The other difference between the buck saw pouch and the Big Boy folding saw pouch is there's 4 rows of MOLLE up here. Oh, no, I'll show that in a second. I was like, whoa, where'd that thing go? No, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not totally crazy, just only a little bit. But you got 4 rows of MOLLE up here. You got the same MOLLE attachments in the back where you can wear it on your waist if you want to. You could use this in a shoulder strap over the shoulder, mount it to another item. And then you got the same sleeve in the back for whatever it is you're going to carry. So whether it's look, I know a bunch of people are into the shovels, and shovels make a lot of sense out in the woods, especially for, just digging your own slit trench. Where are you going to defecate? You better be, don't be doing that just next on the side of the tree next to where you're camping, right? So you might want to think about some field hygiene. You might want to think about digging out around the outside of your tent or your structure, so whatever water runs out, flows around and doesn't come in underneath your butt when you're sleeping at 3 in the morning. So shovels are really cool. So again, I'm just kind of showing you that's a really thick, big shovel. That will fit inside of here, no problem. And then to the other customer's point, you would probably want to rig up some system where you've got a little tie down right here, run it through the straps, hold that in place. Heck, you could just drill a little hole through the handle and then reach it back up, with some shock cord or some 550 cord and secure it in place that way. All right, so that's the buck saw pouch right there, right? So that'll work. Oh, I know. I also wanted to point out one other thing. So it all depends on what you're looking for. So this is a Gerber machete. I've had this thing for a long, long time, right? It's definitely seen some use. There's a time and a place for a machete versus an axe. So, don't be limited and say it's only going to be this. Matter of fact, go over to Mission Critical Podcast and see our videos on Carver, and use Carver to help you figure out if you should have an axe or a machete. But I just wanted to point out, even something giant and big like this, you can still double up your capacity. I can fit that guy in there. It's nice and snug, same type of thing. I've got a lanyard spot up on the top. I could secure it right down in here so it doesn't go anywhere. Now I've got a machete and a folding saw in this one compact compartment, and I could mount some other gear on the outside that might help out for whatever I'm doing. And then just kind of thinking outside of the box. So this is one of the first ones I made a long, long time ago. I made it in Multicam Classic, and you can see I just converted this into a real just kind of bullshit poor man's quiver, for my recurve, and got my arrows inside of there. I attached a pouch up to the front. That's where I usually have, 1 or 2 of my little tools if you're doing archery, and my rangefinder, just right up inside there, all in the front. It's easy, I can do it a shoulder strap. I usually don't shoulder strap this. I just kind of grab it in my hand like this, but if I really wanted to, I could easily rig this up in a shoulder strap. Is it the world's best quiver? No, because there's quivers that are designed specifically to be quivers. But it's just showing another way that you can use your product, so when you're not camping and if you're out doing something else, you could easily convert it over. There's all the tools you need right there. I've got my arrows, I got my tools, my rangefinder, I got my bow. Now I'm going to go out and throw some arrows and get ready to harvest some venison for this year. Just an example, just giving you some food for thought and some other ways that you can use your gear. And I think that wraps it up for the folding saw pouches that we offer. And you know the deal. If you ever got questions, comments, reach out at any time. I'll do the best I can to help you out. It's the end of the day. Some other people are leaving facilities. So if you've heard cars, it's people are driving home and getting ready for the weekend. I hope you're getting ready for the weekend. Hey, it's Labor Day. 1 week, just a little over a week. Today's Thursday, the 24th. Yeah, Labor Day is just barely over a week away. So I hope you guys are out there, have enjoyed your summer, had a great time. You've been out there crushing it. Hope you have a great Labor Day weekend, and stay tuned. We got more videos and some new stuff coming out. Oh, by the way, Babs and Gap are on the website, and I apologize to everybody. That website, that's me too. I mean, I'm doing, 30 different hats. I thought I had that set up correctly, and for the first couple days, and thank you for the people who reached out and said, hey, this isn't right, or I can't do that. I'd set the whole damn thing up, no excuses, technology, and all of a sudden there it wasn't, things weren't the way they should have been, and things had moved around. So I really appreciate everybody reaching out to me and giving me some feedback and helping me pull my head out of my fourth point of contact and fixing the website. So as always, reach out anytime if you got questions, comments. I'll do the best I can to help you out. Until then, you know the deal. Keep thinking, keep moving, never quit. All right, everybody, be good. Woo!